but Texas has been on a roll since June 23rd, obviously with the commitment of Arch Manning, the number one prospect in the class of 2023, the number one quarterback recruit in the class of 2023. And not only on that, he is a perfect recruit according to 247 Sports, one of only 3 in the history of the system at quarterback. And Texas has had the opportunity to get all 3, at least for sure 1 to this point, and 2 with Quinn Ewers being here and hopefully starting this season for my Texas Longhorns. Next up is Arch Manning. And ever since then, things have really gotten popping. 626, since June 26th, we've had 3 guys on that day commit to the University of Texas football in the class of 2023. And recruiting has gone absolutely nuclear. And one of those being Leano Lafau. He is a linebacker out of Hawaii, the number 1 recruit in Hawaii, according to 247. Next up, we have Connor Stroh at the offensive tackle position, and then 4-star wide receiver Jonah Wilson. Those are 3 guys all in one day. That'd be a heck of a week for most programs. Well, that was just the beginning. The next day, 6/27, June 27th, 3-star Andre Kojo commits, 4-star Jaden Chapman commits, and I had to write these down. There's so many of them, guys. 3-star offensive tackle Trevor Goolsby commits to Texas, flipping from TCU. Yesterday, we have Derek Williams, one of the best safeties in all of in all the country in high school, from the state of Louisiana, flips and commits to, or doesn't flip, but commits to Texas. Today, we had Billy Walton. There's talks that Malik Muhammad, who is Billy Walton's cousin, could commit. There's some other guys that could possibly commit in the next couple weeks. 4-star wide receiver, highly touted 4-star wide receiver, Jonte Cook, Cedric Baxter, running back, number 1 running back into class of 2023. Anthony Hill could commit. Another one, Malik Harrison Pilot, is a 4-star athlete that could commit this week. So there's a lot of news flooding in. I could be missing commitments right now, to be honest with you guys, which is insane. There's a Caleb Downs, who was the number 1 safety prospect in the 2023 class, is reportedly very close with Arch Manning. And looked like he was going to be locked into Texas A&M. He just scheduled a visit to Texas, most likely. He said this threw a wrench in his recruiting. So there's a good chance he visits here, and there's a good chance he commits. All of this is insane, guys. I mean, I haven't seen anything like this, and I'm not surprised because I believe Joel Klatt said this. In my opinion, the best college football expert we have on TV. I think Mark is just as good. He's just not on TV. And he basically said what I was thinking, like, this isn't just a stamp of approval from Arch Manning. This is a stamp of approval from the Manning family. And when you have that backing you, that's a lot. That means a lot. They're trusting Steve Sarkisian with a guy that should be in the NFL and should be just like his uncles. I mean, Archie Manning was a number 2 pick in the NFL draft. Peyton Manning was a number 1 pick, and Eli Manning was also a number 1 pick. So Arch Manning has a lot. He has pretty big shoes to fill. And I think they realize that Steve Sarkisian is the guy for this job. And people are saying, well, they don't win. Let's be honest here, guys. Someone as Arch Manning's skill level and talent, the cloth that he was cut from, winning isn't the biggest priority. It is a priority. Don't get me wrong. It's up there. But number 1 is being developed and getting to the NFL. And Steve Sarkisian, out of his 3 finalists, Alabama, Georgia, and Texas, there's an argument to be made between those 3 that he was the best guy to go for that job. Look at his track record. He's got Carson Palmer, 1st-round pick, Jake Locker, 1st-round pick. For God's sakes, Matt Castle was a backup and got drafted and had a decent career in the NFL as a backup quarterback and starter for 1 season with the New England Patriots. The year after they went undefeated, Tom Brady got hurt. He stepped in. They went 10-6. They missed the playoffs. But most years, 10-6 gets you there. There's countless other guys, Matt Barkley, guys like that. He's also coached in the NFL. So there's a long list of pedigree to be shown there. And I think what we see from Quinn Ewers this year, I don't think Arch Manning flips either way, but what we see from Quinn Ewers this year will just be another feather in Steve Sarkisian's cap.